There is no one size fits all when it comes to dealing with bloating. We are all different, and so what might work for myself and others may not work for you. But in this video, I'll give you my top tips on how you can beat the bloat. Hello, welcome back to my channel, the only place for Crohn's and colitis tips, tricks and information. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I post a video. As well as if you want to join an exclusive community of people who receive my personal tips and tricks on living with Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, make sure you sign up to my newsletter by hitting the link in the description box below. Now let's just get straight into my top tips on how to beat the bloat. Number 1, take your time eating. I get that we are all busy and have hectic schedules, and so time is of the essence, especially when it comes to meal times. So taking your time while eating can actually reduce the amount of air you swallow, which can help reduce bloating. If you are eating out with friends, then try not to talk at the same time you're eating, which aside from reducing the amount of air you gulp in, is also good table manners. Number 2, check if you have any food intolerances. A lot of people may be unaware that they may have food intolerances. So lactose intolerance is an example which can cause bloating. So lactose is a simple carbohydrate that is found in dairy products, which is broken down by the enzyme lactase. And people who are lactose intolerant don't have this enzyme lactase. So what that causes is lactose to remain in your gut, which is fermented by bacteria and causes gas to be produced, which leads to bloating. Number 3 is stay hydrated. We've all heard the keep hydrated speech, of which many of us, no matter how hard we try, cannot seem to keep on top of it. Now, it's recommended that we drink between 2 to 2.5 litres of water a day, but this value really does depend on each person, as not only are we all different, but we all have different activity levels. Now, by switching your caffeinated, carbonated and alcoholic drinks with water will not only help keep you well hydrated, but can reduce the amount of bloating that you experience. And one thing I found helpful, if you can't live without tea, is switch to mint tea or even other herbal teas. Number 4 is try and relax. Now this is easier said than done, and stress can play a major role in causing bloating. Now if you have IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, your symptoms including bloating can be triggered by stress due to the bidirectional communication between your brain and your GI tract, known as the gut-brain axis. Number 5, keep active. If you have a desk job or are generally inactive, then this can make your experience with bloating a little bit more uncomfortable due to your inactivity. Now try making time to go for walks, or at least take regular breaks where you can stretch and get your body moving, as it helps to improve intestinal transit. Now doing regular exercise can also assist with this and reduce the effects of bloating. Number 6 is watch what you eat. This is similar to finding out food intolerances, but it may be a good idea to keep a food diary if you suffer from bloating. This is a method that I use to keep track of any foods that could trigger my Crohn's symptoms, and it is such an easy method to use. And all you do is note down the date, time, type of food and the quantity of it that you've eaten, and then note down how you're feeling a few hours afterwards. Now some people may find that reducing the amount of foods that contain fermentable carbohydrates, so fruit, dairy and wheat, can actually reduce their bloating. And there you have it, just a few tips that can help you reduce the effects of bloating. So now make sure you check out these videos for more useful tips, tricks and information on Crohn's and colitis. Hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I post a video, as well as leaving a like and a comment if you enjoyed this and found it useful. And I can't wait to see you all in the next episode.